Hey everybody, thanks again for joining us for another episode of Peak Performance, brought to you by Pinnacle Appliance Support. Today I got with me Ben Durham. He's one of our corporate trainers, and today we're going to be talking a lot about some Vent-A-Hood, Magic Lung specifically. So there's quite a few variants of the Magic Lung. Magic Lung is probably the most prominent that you see in the field. This has been around since what, 1933? This concept, this theory, this design hasn't changed much since then. And they're one of the only fire-safe compatible hoods. So over 90 years, they have not had one issue where they've had a house fire due to grease because of the way that their concept and their theory and the design works. So with this hood right here, this is a B200, so you can get B200, 100, 200, 300, or 400. And that's just depending on how many blowers you have inside that hood. So the more blowers, the higher CFM. So 300, 600, 900, 1200. So the more blowers, the more CFM you're gonna pull to be above a certain BTU hood or cooking product or grill like the outside grill. So for this one, we have a B200. Ben and I are gonna go ahead and take this one apart. If you wanna get up inside of here, you can kind of see a little bit closer. So we have an easy clean shield. As you can see, there's no filters. There's no filters inside of there to restrict any kind of airflow. That's why they're whisper quiet. That's the magic of the Magic Lung. So there's no filters to restrict that airflow to get caught with grease and then whistle over time. So we have our easy clean shield. They use centrifugal force of these motors spinning like this to push the air up and out, and then it slings the grease to the outside of this shield, drips down through these holes into your easy clean shield, which you can put in your dishwasher. And this comes off very easily. You got a couple suitcase straps. Pull it straight forward. You've got your easy clean shield and your actual motor housing. You've got your dampers up top to make sure no airflow comes back down inside the hood itself. And then you've got your blowers up there. So inside of here, you've got a little set screw that you can use a long T-handled, do you remember the size off the top of your head? I think it's a T, or it's an 1/8 inch. So you use like a T-handle 1/8 inch, goes up in there, and you would loosen the set screw, you can pull this blower wheel off. Or you can just take these 3 1/4 inch screws off, pull the whole motor out of here. That's how you'd actually mount this hood. So you have to remove the motors and access the actual mounting holes behind there to mount this to the wall. But this is it. So you could replace motors, blower wheels, switches, lights, anything you need to. A lot of the Vent-A-Hood products are user level repairs, all the way down to the LED lights. Ben, you want to show them how easy the LED lights are done?
Yeah, absolutely, Mike. So you just want to get under here with your fingernails, pull straight down, and make sure you support these arms as you're pulling it out. It will snap back on you. And boom, just like that, your light is out.
Yep. And you also have your quick disconnect here. So a lot of the newer models will come with a quick disconnect, so that way you can just replace your light if it ever goes out. Some of the older ones will just have yellow to yellow, white to white. What you would do is make sure you turn the switch off, turn your breaker off, then you're gonna cut these 2 wires and you're gonna splice in the new harness that comes with it, so that will become a quick disconnect. So when this light fails in the future, it's just a simple replacement. So to put it back, you fold these back up, push your wires back up inside there, and then it'll almost kind of pull itself back up into place. So as you can see, there's not a lot of moving parts. If you've got noise inside of here, and you take your blower wheels off and your blower housing off and you're not making any noise, there was probably something hitting inside of your blower housing. It could have been your dampers could have been pushed down further. If you're not exhausting or you're noticing that there's a lot of smoke pluming around the hood, let's talk about install for a second. Is it installed too far away from the cooking product? Because their specifications, too far is gonna take away some CFM volume. Too close is gonna make things a little bit difficult. So we want special specifications for height and distance. And then overhang. So we want to make sure that the front of the hood actually overhangs the surface of the cooking product in front that you're cooking over. So that way any smoke gets captured up inside this canopy. The centrifugal force pulls that air up and out. So unlike traditional hoods where you have a filter where you can stick like a piece of paper towel to the filter and it'll suck right to it, These won't do that. If you put a piece of paper towel up inside of here, it'll kind of waft around and do its little thing. It's not going to suck straight out like you would think a hood would work. But with the centrifugal force in this design that's been the same since the 30s, they really haven't changed much because they had to keep up with the times. So we've got new powerful motors and things like that. But again, the theory hasn't changed in a very long time. They're great motors, and this is what makes them one of the best products on the market. Is the ease of access, the ease of service, and there's not a lot of moving parts inside of there. They're very customizable. You can get customizable canopies. You can do 100, B200, all the way up to a B400, depending on the BTUs you're putting underneath it. Anything I'm missing, boys? All right, let's put this bad boy back together so we can kind of give them a quick little shot. So remember I was telling you about some noise earlier. Sometimes these dampers, they're little dampers. They'll get flopped down inside there like this. And if that happens, there's a good chance that your blower wheel is gonna hit that and it's gonna make some ruckus. So just make sure they're always popped up so that way air can flow up but not back down. Just put the suitcase straps back on. And you got your easy clean shield. And that is a Ventahood. So this is a B200. They come in many different variants, many different customizations. As you can see, the one by Ben, this one has bands and gold bands around it. It's got a lip treatment. They come in many different colors, sizes, different BT or CFM volumes. So when you guys are out looking for some clean air, Ventahood is going to be the way to go. I also want to show you guys one last thing. See how quiet that is? Let me see if I can get my mic way up in there. And that's on high speed. So we can still have a full-on conversation.
Yeah, very comfortable.
Like nothing's happening. Like, oops. I didn't mean to do that, but we got reignition on our Fulber Milano there. But that's the best part of it. Whisper Quiet Motors is that you can still have a conversation in your kitchen while you're cooking, while you're doing everything that you need to do and prepping and get everything done, but still have your air and your home clean. And don't forget, if you have a smaller property, smaller kitchen, makeup air is a thing, so don't forget about makeup air if you guys have smaller property. But Ventahood is going to be the way to go. Best ventilation out there. Thank you guys for joining us for Peak Performance.
Thanks for having me, Mike.
Appreciate you.
I learned a lot today.
Like and subscribe, guys. Let us know what you guys want to see more of.